In this video, I'm going to show you how I use correlated assets to confirm bias and time entries with precision. What I do is pretty simple. I'll wait for multiple correlated assets to align at high time frame points of interest. So this could be either a range OTE, a 4-hour fair value gap, or a daily fair value gap. I'm not just looking for one chart to react, I want to see all correlated assets respecting similar zones. So if we look at this example from Friday last week, you can see that gold was respecting the range OTE, while silver was also respecting it, and XAUUSD was respecting the 4-hour fair value gap of the same range. So this was a very strong confluence for me that we were going to see a continuation lower, because you will find that every good trade you will see correlation between these three of either the OTE level of the latest range or the fair value gap like the 4-hour or daily. So this is a staple for my entry confluence. I will not take the entry unless I see that. So once you've identified the range that they are all trading in, you will either see all three respect the OTE, one respect the OTE, one respect a 4-hour fair value gap, one may go for a sweep of this high to form a new SMT, or you might see one OTE and two respecting a higher time frame fair value gap. But as I mentioned, every good trade will have this, and it's an extremely strong confirmation for bias and to take a precision entry when you can correlate all three to the same range. So this is actually a trade that we all took last week on Friday. So once we're able to correlate all three assets together, we also seen that an SMT formed versus silver on the range to the high of this OTE respect. You can see right here we've got divergence between these highs. And then once this forms, we get a strong displacement lower, a fair value gap forms here. And then we see a retest of this high with the SMT on the range, where it gives a retest and another SMT versus silver. You can see gold took this high, whereas silver did not. So I actually took the entry on the retest here. Once I've seen this, we've got the SMT on the range, we've got correlation between all three correlated assets, then able to jump down to the lower time frame, being the 3-minute. We see this SMT form. Get this strong displacement lower, inversion fair value gap here, change in the state of delivery, and I took the entry on the close of this candle here, targeting this swing low, which played out very nicely. So I strongly suggest you go through and backtest this. It's an extremely strong tool to add to the toolbox in your trading and as a confluence for really good trade entries. So this is a big part of my model. Most traders completely ignore it. This is just touching the tip of the iceberg though. I do provide a lot more detail in my Discord, so if you're interested in joining that, send me a DM. I might look to break down a live example to really drive this concept home in the next video, so make sure you're following so you don't miss it.